So have you ever watched those influencers on social platforms and wonder how they generate their income? I know I do. I tend to avoid the big influencers because I really don't have anything in common with them. It's nothing personal. It's just that it's not what I do in my business. Um, there's a particular influencer. She may not use that term. There's a person on LinkedIn who's very, very popular. She seems to be very good at what she does, and she attracts a lot of people. She gets a lot of attention. Um, Now, yesterday I happened to be scrolling through my YouTube feed, and in the YouTube feed, someone who I do watch their content happened to be interviewing this person, and that caught my attention, and I began to watch the video. So the person I'm referring to, like I say, I don't know anything about her. I'm sure she's very, very good at what she does, and she appears to be very good at what she does. But you may, if you're active on LinkedIn, you probably have come across her, because she's like ranked up there in the top, certainly the top 10. I think she might even be number one. I'm not sure, for being a creator on the LinkedIn platform. So her name's Lara Acosta, and essentially what she does is she helps people to build a personal profile, and that personal profile, people then can use that to attract the right people into their business so that they can then ultimately sell their products and services to their ideal customers. But what was very interesting to me was how she does it. So one of the things she said in the video was, and I'll misquote her here. This is not verbatim, but this is the sense of what she said. It was something like, people think that when you become famous, or you become highly profiled on a platform and you get lots and lots of followers, the money just rolls in. But that's not the case. You have to do the sort of groundwork and the put the hard yards in to generate the sales. But what was interesting for me is where she started to talk about where the majority of her income comes from. So the video is about an hour and a half long, 90 minutes or so, and I watched it all. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the insight into her business. She was very open. The interviewer was very good. He probed in all the right places, and she was upfront and honest with all her answers as far as I can see. So I must say I was very impressed with her. But what I did, I put together a little snippet of the video, just to articulate a few points that she made. So in this short clip, she shares with the interviewer where she makes most of her money, how she makes most of her revenue in her business. And I thought it was interesting enough just to clip this and show you exactly what she's talking about. So let's run the short video. It's only about, it's less than 2 minutes.
Shabby sales post that is like, oh, I just opened 3 more spots for my coaching business, running out fast. It doesn't work. That FOMO and scarcity doesn't work because it's been overplayed. So what you do is you create a valuable lead magnet. Let's say the 10 things that you need to start a podcast in 2026, right? That's your lead magnet. You collect the emails. You then promote your offer behind the scenes on email. 70% of my revenue comes from email. So I know this back and forth because I've proven it works. I have 320,000 followers on LinkedIn. I have around 50K on my newsletter. My newsletter is what brings in the revenue. My personal brand is what allows people to flow into that, or like that single new stream of an audience. So we're simply funneling people that are more interested, that high intent, high purchasing power, and then they want to be sold to, because I've already warmed them up with my content, that then selling comes easier, because brands will only pay if you have a large following or a very engaged following. That's not most business owners. That's not most creators. You can aspire to get that, but that's not the only way to monetize. The second and easiest way to monetize is by providing so much free value through your content and then providing a single resource of more value to them. So they give you their email, and then people buy from email. I thought emails were dead, but they're not. It is the most profitable stream of income that I have right now, like email marketing. And then when you do that, so content to lead magnet to email, email to promotion sequence.
This is gold. This is so good. I'm loving it.
So there you have it, straight from the expert's mouth, how she generates an income from LinkedIn. So she does exactly what good email marketers do. She puts a bunch of free and helpful content onto the platform that generates the interest, that raises her profile to the point where people see the value in it and they want to get access to the things she's offering via her lead magnets. When people request her lead magnets, they then join her email list, and to use her terminology, she then filters them into a promotion campaign, and that's where she makes the sales on her emails. So I hope you found that insightful. I know I did. It taught me what a high profile influencer on LinkedIn does in order to generate the income they get. And the most pleasing thing about it is that there's no surprises. It's exactly what they imagine it is. They just follow the system, they do the hard work, and they get the rewards at the end of it. So if you're not using email marketing system yet, I would recommend you start today. And if you want any help getting started or learning about it, click the link inside the description of this video, and you'll find a bunch of free resources over on my site. And if you've got any questions, drop them in here. I'll be happy to jump in and answer them. So thanks for watching this. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.